Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the Truba Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Hey there, welcome to the African Diaspora News Channel. My name is Ify Igwe, reporting from Nigeria. Now let's dive into one of the trending topics, the Grammy nominations, and how Nigerian artists are actually making waves yet again on the global stage. But there's a bit more to this story. Whilst we're thrilled to actually see our talent shining at the Grammys, there's a conversation that is going on right now across different social media platforms in Nigeria. Should Nigeria and by extension Africa really be so focused on international validation? Or is it time for Africa to actually create its own Grammys level platform? That's the conversation. Those are the questions. So let's start with the amazing news. This year's Grammy nominations showcase a lineup of top Nigerian artists: Burna Boy, Davido, Asake, Yemi Alade, and Lojay. They were individually nominated under the Best African Music Performance category. Rema was nominated for Best Global Music Album, and the amazing Tems was nominated in multiple categories such as Best R&B Song, Best African Music Performance, and Best Global Music Album, which is a huge deal, no doubt. The impact of their songs has been massive, reaching millions globally. Beyond Nigerian artists, artists from other African countries as well were nominated, showing how African music is truly a force to be reckoned with in the global music scene. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a growing discussion. Do Africans need to stop placing so much importance on Western awards like the Grammys? A lot of people believe that Africa should invest more in creating its own high prestige music awards that is at par with the Grammys. They argue that with Africa's rich cultural diversity and musical talent, it's high time to establish a platform that's both made by and for Africans. And it does make a lot of sense. Now, there are two sides to this. One side says, look, the Grammy is still one of the world's most respected music awards, and it's amazing to actually see African artists recognized on such a platform. It's an acknowledgement of African music's growing influence and a way to reach new audience. On the other hand, there's this belief that constantly seeking validation from the West undermines Africa's own cultural pride. Now, supporters of this view feel that African artists shouldn't need Grammy recognition to actually prove their worth. Instead, they should build and elevate African platforms that showcase African talent, celebrating their own successes on their own terms. Now, to be clear, we actually have African Music Awards ceremonies like Afrima and the MTV Africa Music Awards. But some say that they don't yet match the global prestige and reach of the Grammys, which is kind of understandable. A platform of that caliber will need significant backing from across the continent, both financially and culturally, to actually resonate and make the same kind of global impact as the Grammys. So is there a way to actually celebrate both? Perhaps African artists can continue to shine on global platforms while we simultaneously invest in African-centered awards. So just think about it as the best of both worlds approach, one that builds local pride without necessarily ignoring the global stage. After all, both types of recognition actually have value. At the end of the day, the Grammys recognizing African artists doesn't necessarily mean that the continent is any less capable of creating something powerful on the continent. All right, what do you think about this conversation? Should Africa focus more on building its Grammy level awards in Africa, or is it perfectly fine to celebrate this recognition on a global stage? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share this video. My name is Ify Igwe. See you on the next video.